All right, guys, this is part two of how we blocking the buck versus any front. In this segment, we're going to be dealing with the skip pull and blocking gap down backer, get more into detail on it. All right, let's get started. All right, now for the reason why I'm making this video is because the video clips on the PowerPoint/Google slide don't transfer on email. And so I'm making this video. If you hear click, 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 clap, that's our little dog. Um, this is why we're making this video. All right, this part here deals with the skip pull and the gap down backer. This is session two, part two of blocking the buck and how you can block it versus almost any front. Okay. All right, this is why we skip pull. Watch the backside guard. Okay. And you can also get entertained watching the front side guard get blowed up. There you go. He's too high. Boom, he gets killed. All right, now watch the backside guard. This is one of the reasons I could show you countless videos. It's just the one I picked. I just guess one of the better, probably the best small school program in the United States, 5 high school in Alabama. And Google them if you doubt me. Non-private, the best small public school program in the United States. I defy anybody to show me one. And when I'm talking about small school, I mean 500 or less kids. All right, this guy's going to pull. If he doesn't skip pull, he gets hung up when this guy comes firing through right here. Watch what I'm talking about. See right there? That right there. If he doesn't get depth, skip pull and get depth. So well, can't you get depth without skip pulling? Probably. But as I showed you in the clinic session, and for those of y'all that are watching this that weren't at the clinic, I'm sorry. But when you push off, you get as much depth as you can. I've debated this with other guys, and oh, that's too much depth. And I said, well, if you don't get it, and you've got that 165-pound center or less, or whoever getting blown up, in this case, the H not getting down there because the guy he was gap down backering on pinched. Look, he's running through right here, but he's working to get to him. So get your depth right here to get around that H's down block. We got a pretty good down block from the tackle right here. Center's blocking back over here. But all the way out here at the H's block, because he was blocking down on that 4, that 5 tech, head up the tackle, and the guy went shooting in B gap. Well, he did a good job just getting to him. And if he can get enough of them just to push him past right here, look, here comes the ball, and we're going to get there. Okay? So you got to get your depth. Now focus on this guy, not the lead blocker who's about to get blown up. Focus right here. See, he gets hung up. And we still got, because they blitzed and got caught up inside. In this instance, we got positive yardage, but understand it's not going to be that way. So we get outside, if the guard would just get enough depth, okay, and we'd already gone into skip pulling when this happened. This is 16, and we had started skip pulling back in 13. He just did not do a good job getting his depth. My fault, I fast forwarded instead of slow forward. Oh, y'all like me, I like watching it backwards sometimes. You can see right there? You can say, well, that's just the H. Well, the guy pinched. They get a vote. The defense gets a vote. He's going to come flying right in here. Okay? He needs to take a better step and get there and not try to read him, but still, we got to get depth. Okay? All right, now this is a great example of getting depth. This is Ohio Northern University, and they're going to pull their guard and their center. Watch them get depth and get around. And this is very effective, and you'll see somebody using a crack, the motion in and crack, the outside in motion. And they're going to come right here, and you can see how getting depth gets you around. And you can be stubborn all you want to and say, no, 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 we're not going to do that. But then you're going to let the defense get BOGO, like at Publix. Buy one, get one free. Do not let them do that. Get your depth and get around. Give yourself a chance on the edge out here at the point of attack by getting depth overdoing it, putting those cones down when you do it, and that's in the drill section of the video, which is part 3. So you look at depth. Boom, they get around. See that guy right there? He's in the backfield. The down block right there is in the backfield. Watch. See right here? Right there. Look, because he's coming from a wing position. Look where he is. See, the line of scrimmage is right on the 15 or just inside the 15, right here. Watch the down block. He doesn't make contact until the offensive side of the line of scrimmage. So if you don't get depth, if you pull flat, and the only one you can line up behind is the center, everybody else has got to be even or you've got an illegal formation. Get your depth and wrap around, get around that dude. And they both get good depth. In this case, you end up with 2 wraps. Boom, and you got a touchdown. All right, let's watch it from the end zone. All right, watch them get their depth. Okay, it's the play side guard and the center in this case. Now, I'll go ahead and tell you. The way we do it, the center would have blocked back because that dude's in a 2. You can see his shoulder pad hanging off in the A gap, so he's in a heavy 2-eye, okay, or a 2 cheated in. I would block him down. That's just what we would do, okay? That would just be because you'd rather, to me, you'd rather have a guard pull, to me, at my level and at your level probably. See there? That's what happens when you do that. All right, here's another example. All right, this is the outside in motion to get a seal right here, a down block, a crack. Of course, that's gone the way of the dodo bird. And you're going to get, and it's going to be right in here. So if these cats pull flat from the inside, they're going to run into the down block on the DN, and they're going to get their BOGO. Buy one, get one. This guy right here is going to take out 2 blockers, the one blocking him and the one getting hung up on him because he doesn't get depth. Okay? The backside guard, the puller would have gotten hung up without the depth. See? And you get both the pullers out, and you got a chance at a good football play. Good running back reads it, gets vertical in the alley, and you get a big play. Okay? Let's look at it from the end zone. So you're going to get a down block right here, a crack, if you will, on this guy. Down, and you get your pullers out because they're going to get their depth. And to me, the best way to get that depth is skip pull by pushing off with this foot, picking this foot up, pushing off, wrapping it behind this foot, and getting depth back here. Same thing with your other puller. Okay? These guys right here, I believe this is one. This dude is going to come. He's not pulling. He's going to rip across that dadgum 2 eyes face. I wish I had a guard like that. So get your depth. Now you got a chance. Okay. All right, this is high school. All right, watch these guards. They're going to pull both guards. Watch the depth. They get back here on the 40, and then they can curl up back in here and get their kick out. It's good stuff, man. Get 54 right here. Look where he is. Boom. Backside guards getting back there too. And I know it's counterintuitive because we've been taught since we were little kids. And when we got geometry the first time introduced to us in elementary school, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. Not necessarily. You know, jets take circle routes too when they fly from New York to London. So the circle route gets it where they can get their angle to get their kick out and get their angle, get through there without having to make a drastic 90-degree cut to wrap up in there. See, yeah, good down blocks, giving the guards a chance to pull kick and pull wrap. All right, let's talk about the down blocks. We talked about the skip pull. Okay, let's talk about the down blocks. Now, they need to work their outside hip upfield. Okay, so it'd be his right hip, the hip outside. When he makes contact, he needs to start working that outside play side hip up the field to pin this guy inside. Make contact right through here and then work the hips here. He doesn't get that guy, but he gets the backer. All right, watch. He's coming down. Good job not chasing that D in when he slanted inside. Right here. He needs to start adjusting his angle. Boom. Right now. Okay. He needs to start working this foot up the field. Okay. And if he can't get out there to him, just keep working him and stay with him. Okay. And let the running back earn his pregame meal and make a cut off of him. But work that outside hip out and up, out and up. Look who makes the play right there. All right, same guy. It's like a year or two later. He was a sophomore or junior in the previous clip. Now he's a senior. And it's not a great block, but he's going to work that hip, this hip right here, upfield. And if he loses him, he's going to lose him on the backfield side and make the guy chase. Now the guy ends up making a tackle about 4 or 5 yard gain. But if we get the block on this guy and he doesn't force him back into the DN, not the stand-up guy, the kid with his hand down inside the stand-up guy, then we've got a better play, but we don't get a good stalk right here on this kid. This is our buck reverse, but it's the same block, and watch, the down block is the same. Look what he did. Work that hip up the field. Now the guy cannot get out this way. Okay, he's going to come up right here to escape the down block by the H. Boom. Now work the hip. Work the, there you go. Boom. Got him pinned inside. See, and this kid turns it back, and the kid right here makes the play. Okay. That's a good example of working the hip upfield. It's a good example of a defense pursuing, too. They're well coached. Semifinals, they ought to be. All right. Now, two things on this. First, I drew this. He needs to widen out. As I said in the clinic talk, Weldon Coffee taught me this term way back, like I think it was the spring of 13 or 12. Okay. Cheat to succeed. Widen out. Okay. That kid widens out with you, then you can run other stuff and you got him right way out here. But widen out just a little bit. Give yourself a better angle on your down block where you can work your hip upfield. Okay. And this is a great example of why we can't lose them here. We got to lose them here, like on the previous clip, because why this is dead, this is DOA. Boom. See, he came in here. This kid spins out of it. That's why you work your hip upfield, work that outside play side hip up the field so this doesn't happen. There's no football play. We got a kick out here, and the kid's going to run up inside the kick out. And the D end, or outside backer, whoever we're down blocking on right there, spins out because we don't work this foot, this leg, this hip up the field. See, bad angle because he didn't cheat to succeed. Widen your split. All right, now there's two guys here They're going to do horrible jobs of working their hips up the field, and their guys are going to come out of the middle to make the play. Right here, he's made contact. Look, this kid right now knows I'm getting down blocked. He's spinning out of this crap. This kid, as soon as he makes contact, needs to not worry about moving him here so much as keeping him in here. This kid can't make the play based on his alignment, the defender, as long as we stay between him and the hole. Work your outside, play side hip upfield. This kid can't cut, the running back can't cut inside of the kick out because of the chasing right here, the pursuing from the inside, because we don't get the hips worked up the field. And look here, the lineman, the tackle, look where he is. It's not a horrible place to be, but he's too far across the kid's front. Excuse me. He's too far across his front. He needs to be right here on his hip, not fighting to get in front of him, because getting in front of him on gap down backer doesn't help. You want to stay and block the outside half. Block the outside half of the man on a down block. Right here, and get on that hip, the defender's hip, and then work your outside play side hip upfield, and he can't get out. Watch. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. I know it's blurry, but I've really slowed it down. See, look, the down blocks. Everybody, when they watch Buck or Power or Counter, everybody's obsessed with the kicker and the wrappers. And we forget the play is made by the down blockers. Okay? All right, points of emphasis. And I still shot it. I know it's blurry, but I still shot at this joker so you can see it. Right here, right now, he's beat. Okay, he's picked that foot up way too high. And as soon as he made contact on the outside hip, he needs to start working this hip here. Same thing with the tackle. Look where the tackle is. He's all the way in front of the guy. If you're in front of a guy on gap down backer, it better be because he turned and looked outside. Stay on the outside hip. We're blocking half a guy, the outside half. So points of emphasis, coaching points. After contact on down blocks, we want our blockers to work their outside play side hip up the field. Focus on blocking the outside play side half of the man. Okay, in this case, it'd be the defender's right sides. Okay. We want, and remember, stress it to your kids every day. We want horizontal movement. Getting movement vertically, that's great, but not at the expense of getting leakage outside to where we're running the football play. We must be parallel to the sideline, not the line of scrimmage. Okay, we're not base blocking, we're not zone blocking, we're not duo blocking. We're gap down friggin' backer. Some of y'all remember this. What does the camera have to do? You've got to, and I teach this. John Ward is a legendary single wing guy. Taught me this 11 and again in 12. I spent a weekend with him when he was at Cape Fear High School, right outside of Fayetteville, North Carolina, back in 11. And then again in 12 in the summer when he left Cape Fear and went to Walton High School in Defuniak Springs, Florida, which is not too far from me. So I went down and spent another weekend with him. And we just kind of reiterated what he taught me. But he talked about having a camera on your backside. Pretend he's kind of like that catapult thing that Roger was had the guy in there selling us at the clinic. Okay, where you strap that thing on your back. But imagine you got a camera on a belt, and you put that belt on, and they put the camera right in the small of your back. Okay, right at the top of your butt crack. And you want to and tell the kids they've got this camera attached to their back, and when they're down blocking, they want to take a picture of the point of attack of the hole. Okay, they got that camera strapped to their back. Watch this. Boom. You got three down blocks right here. All of them got the camera attached to their backside. Look what they're doing. Look at the hole. Okay, now the wrapper was too wide. The running back was too wide. They got to hug this. You got to use the old white tip match. You got to be so close to the down block, the rump line, that you can strike a match on their butts. The wrapper should be right here. Now, this isn't buck, this is a counter that the 49ers are running, but it's the same premise. It's gap down backer with a kicker and a wrapper. Okay, it's just tighter because it's counters, not buck. It's same premise. Gap down backers, gap down backers, gap down backer, in my opinion. It's close enough to strike a match. Look at all this out here. That's why you're going to see in the video, the next slide, where they blow it up. Same play. Look how wide the ball carrier is. Oh, look, not enough depth by the wrapper. Watch the wrapper get hung up. Up. To me, that's not on 75. 75 is getting a down block. You're too friggin' tight to the line. Keep your depth. Stay away from the mess. And they got a BOGO. And that's why he didn't end up in here on the down blocks. Okay? Keep your depth. It wasn't a great down block either, but still keep your depth. Boom, right there's the camera. That is a great down block right there. Okay. All right. That's it for part two of blocking the buck. Part three, the final part of this session, segment three, will be on buck drills. Thank y'all.